For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on a brand new tent for Vango. This here is the Vango Anantara 600XL. It sits in a range of its own in a sense because the way the fabrics they use. They do this version in a TC, i.e. technical cotton, but this sits in their sort of sensible chrome fabric. So very same kind of material that they were using in the Illusion and Inspire of 2018. So it's about sort of 420 denier, but double ripstock, so it's very, very strong. The thing is, denier's kind of become a little bit irrelevant now because it's due to the thickness of the thread they use, mainly because Vango have now introduced something called colour lock. So it means kind of regardless of the fabric, it doesn't necessarily, a higher fabric doesn't necessarily mean a higher lifespan anymore. Reason being is essentially they're throughout the range they do different specs. So they do what used to be like the Tega spec, but now the same sort of thing, but with colour lock now lasts twice as long, which means necessarily the one above it now is kind of irrelevant. Reason being is actually they now be able to use lighter fabrics, but still get the same sort of durability and lifespan out of it than you would with a longer one. But this, like I said, still sits on their top end fabric collection, so no different to the Illusion of 2018. Colour lock actually is a really like idea. It said it makes it last twice as long. So not only are you getting a beautiful ripstop fabric, but the colour lock actually makes it last even longer again, which and again helps to sort of create an anti-fade, so it again doesn't lose its colour and look washed out. A really nicely modelled and something that's a bit different in comparison to Vango in years gone by. It's still, each beam is done individually, but the interior room and the size portions of everything is much different, and actually it's kind of more generous than it previously was. One thing, this is a sample, so just ignore the orange guy ropes, they are going to be grey, but essentially now they are a webbing strap rather than just kind of like a guy line. So again, more beefed up, more stronger, forever making improvements. So pretty much every single one by the canopy little one here is a webbing strap. So again, it's going to be even stronger in those windier conditions and still got a 2-point position here. You've got a little rain safe canopy, so it's still a free zone tent, so sleeping at the back, living area in the middle, and then a canopy area at the front, which obviously you can close up as we have here. But there's a side door to the canopy now with a rain safe door, which I think is marvellous. Yet again, it's still, you've got low level ventilations throughout the tent to help a good circulation of air. And again, a nice PVC crystal clear windows as well, and actually they've up-spec the fabric for that again for 2019, so it's sort of even stronger. Still the traditional sort of skyline windows which you come to know and love with Vango itself. The front door on this particular model is quite interesting. There's a very similar model to this in the lower collection, which is called the Tahiti. Same kind of concepts and same kind of door style, but this door position here can be put into about, I think it's about over 14 different scenarios. So it allows you to have lots and lots of versatility. So you've got multiple different positions. So if you wanted to have it sort of as like a quarter open, 2 quarters open, you can have the doors in a little bit. It's really quite, I think we've got a little graph that shows you loads of different options going on. But essentially you can have it as a nice big open area if you wish. But what we'll do is we'll have a little look on the inside and talk through a few more features that have certainly changed for the 2019 season. So now we're inside the Anantara, you can kind of get a bit more grasp for the layout, and the sheer size actually here is actually very impressive. You're looking still about sort of kind of the same width as you've had previously at 440, but for some reason what they've done is they've got a new kind of villa construction, so it's down to the position of the beams, and it goes a lot more upright and then curved over the top, so it means that even corners you've got even more headroom than before, and that for some reason, just certainly this internal height for example, makes it feel a lot bigger, and even it's the same footprint, which is quite, it's just one of those things that it baffles you a little bit to think that is the same width as it was previously. You've also got, like I said, 3 sections. You've got a sleeping area at the back, your main living area, obviously the canopy area at the front. And the canopy area is a good depth with that front door that you can usually put a cook set, a couple of chairs if need be. You have still got a side door, so if you wanted to have that completely shut up, you've got a side door here with a mesh panel, so you can get circulation through the front into the main living area without having to compromise with sort of bugs and critters coming in. Your also mid door here essentially can be completely zipped up as you've come, or we've got a big mesh panel here where the window, and there's a blind behind of it as well. So again, you've got the joys of you can actually, if you wanted for versatility purposes, you just completely unzip that at the top, unzip that at the bottom, and then obviously you've got a flat runway all the way in. And now that's kind of opened up, you can kind of see the sheer amount of size now. I look tiny in here in comparison to that roof. So yeah, again, what we're going to come to know and love of Vango is the sort of features. So you've still got things like zip-up curtains, like this. So the joys of, you can actually, it's a much more thorough way of doing it, and you can kind of have it down halfway if you want to. But on the Anantara, you've got the sky windows as well. So sky windows actually can be covered by the top part as well. So it's a much more thorough way. So if it gets a bit, if you see a bit of heat coming in, you can get the privacy when you want to, certainly with the sun we've had for 2018. Low level ventilation, so beneath all of the windows, you've also got, in the main living area, a ventilation panel to help with the circulation of air, as well as small little things like cable entry points in the ceiling, as well as down below, pretty much everywhere around the tent. You've got two big side doors, again, both with mesh panels, so you can get a good circulation of air inside of the tent itself. And when you come to the bedding area, that's where kind of Vango have changed things and pushed the boundaries a little bit. So they still give you a good 140 width per double bedroom, so that's enough to take a normal standard double bed. Difference being now is actually they're deeper. So they're running about 250 deep now, whereas previously they were 210. So you're an extra 40 centimetres, which makes a massive difference, certainly when you've got a high-rise airbed. So you've got a nice high-rise airbed at the back there, you can fit that in, no problem at all. And what you've also got as well is the dividers. Essentially it's a 2, 2 and a 2 for the 6 berth, but dividers can be completely zipped back and have it as one big open 6 berth or a 4 and a 2, so it's very, very versatile. You've still got things like storage pockets at the front for little keys, torches, and also storage pockets in the bedroom area as well. SkyTrack is still a feature that you will come to find in Vango tents. On this particular model, again, it goes all the way around, so you've got it in the roof part, so you can create a hanging point for a lantern, alternatively something like the stable lights. But it feeds down and actually goes down the sides. Not many of the Vango tents now actually have the SkyTrack down the sides, which means that you can't sometimes use the little storage pockets under the bed, under the windows. But on this one you can. Generally you've got the supersized beams as well, so extra strong, sturdy beams, like I said, with the new villa construction, and a more improved bag. So not only have you got a bigger oversized bag, but you can now actually, the straps come out, you can ravel it up in there, roll it in, and it's essentially a run flat bag. So you can roll it in there, and you can see from our pitching and packing video that we've done on the Anantara, how sort of quick and easy that is to do, really. Like I say, do make a technical cotton edition, obviously polycotton version, which check out our little review video on that if you will. The thing I would say is the price point between the polycotton and non-polycotton is maybe, for my liking, a bit too close. I think personally it's probably worth spending that little bit extra more money, or use something like our interest-free finance, for example, and go for the polycotton version. Mainly because it's breathable, it's a lot cooler, it's going to last you longer as well. So generally, you know, the only drawbacks obviously is it's going to be a little bit heavier. Not massively heavier actually, surprisingly, due to the 420D on this. But also it might take a little bit longer to dry out. But check out that video as well as our pitching and packing video on this. But any problems, let us know. Comment in below, like and subscribe our page, and anything you want to see a video review on, we'll try our utmost to do it. So that is our little video review of the Vango Anantara 600XL.